Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Lara Croft and Temple of Osiris. So let's keep on playing. We're in the middle of this temple, we just kind of started it. Collecting all of these things. You kind of still have to collect them all, don't you? I just realized that there's a question. Don't die on the spikes, first of all. How do I get a higher score in the game if I'm collecting all of the things now? Oops. Yes, how do you get gold on this? There you go, that's third time's a charm. Like, these things add to your score. If they're not there, then you can't really do anything. So there must be some kind of item that you get when you beat the game that increases your score. Or double it, or something. Like a score doubler is all you really need. Okay. So they want me to move quickly. Or get attacked by alligators. Interesting.
By the look of that bridge, we'll need to move quickly.
Let's see how quickly I actually have to move. It doesn't seem like you have to move that quickly. And frankly, I don't think the goal is actually to actually make it. I think you are supposed to fall off the edge.
By the look of that bridge, we'll need to move quickly.
Yeah, so you just hit this, you just hit an end, and these alligators don't actually kill you. So now I'm just trying to collect the red skull.
By the look of that bridge, we'll need to move quickly.
And no need to die this time. So, I'm now in the original Lara Croft outfit, which is maybe a little less polygony. Nope, in this instance it's not any less polygons, it's just the original colors of the outfit. You know, having done the research and heard that this was the last game with the original voice actress for Lara Croft, as somebody who hadn't played the previous Tomb Raider games, it never really occurred to me, nor did it feel like the reboot voice actress was doing anything different. So I guess that's to say that she does a good job of sounding like Lara Croft. It's hard for any actor to reprise a role or continue a role that somebody else is famous for. We're going to hit that point with Super Mario, the voice actor who does Mario and has done a lot of other little things as far as voice acting for Nintendo. I keep hearing like ducks. Like just ducks quacking. Let's see. On the challenges, there's nothing here that says like nothing like that. Nothing that says anything about ducks.
This one should be easy enough. Alright, now for a little swim upriver.
Let me ask about these guys. Can I kill these guys? Oh yes I can. They blow apart in comedically large, non-bloody version.
We must get back onto the land.
They've got some machine pistols. But my heavy shotgun is really all I need. Get some more bullets. Collect everything there is to collect. Isis sure likes to talk throughout the whole game. Fair enough, I guess. You could almost see this as if you didn't want to have Lara Croft in it and do that branding tie-in, Square Enix could have just released this game as without Lara Croft and it would have been fine. Ah, the camera zoomed out to reveal to me that there was actually two of them, and thus I couldn't just shoot the one. Okay. Swimming is pretty slow. Like one wrong jump and you've got to deal with swimming through the river. And we don't have the fog of the bad guy. There we go. That was not up until this point, for as much as I've noticed, there's been this blackish fog over any gate that had that needed the spheres to be destroyed. In this case, that wasn't the issue. This staff, by the way, I guess is the different staff than the one from the first game, although it's doing the exact same thing, because staff in the first one was like a Native American Aztecian staff, and this is an Egyptian staff. Question, I suppose, slight question if you can, how many different cultures can you have that have staffs? Probably quite a few. Like, you could have Merlin's staff and set it in England. You could have a Chinese staff, probably the Monkey King staff, and set it in China. You could have like Gandhi's walking stick and set in India. there's not very many cultures where you can think of some kind of magic staff to give people. Although we don't need the staff mechanics alone. We could have other things. I'm not sure I can actually collect that. Like, that looked like I was in the right position. But it didn't work. Let's see. Okay.
This is going to require timing.
We must keep going, no matter the risk.
This lets me get up here. And assuming I don't totally screw it up, it then lets me go. It seems like there's no benefit of having the ball there. Is there a collectible hidden? Like, I hear little sound effects. So, like, there might be a hidden thing. Let's try this. It must be higher. Must be higher than I think it is. So it's relatively fast on the down and relatively slow on the push. And I believe there's a challenge here. Cross the Spike Ball River without touching the water. Which I think I've already done the Spike Ball River section. And that's already been done, so I have no idea how you would do that without touching the water. It seems like there's little bits of collectibles that I'm just not gonna get. Like, sure, I can get over here, but either I am not tall enough and I'm gonna get the ability to jump
We
higher,
are close now, but the
or there's
waters are
something
rising.
else. Some other thing.
The fragment of Osiris. I can feel it.
Careful. Let's not be too hasty.
And so there's a thing down there to collect. Go to our regular shotgun. Because you have to blow up these guys, these alligator guys. It's kind of important to kill them first. for like bullets up. And I guess that lets me get up there. I guess that's where I'm supposed to go. And these look very, very similar to the switches in Lara Croft Go. I assume trapping yourself, not a good idea. What is this? It's just a collectible of some sort? Some new thing I've never seen before? Oops. Doesn't seem like it's pretty hard to jump up on these anyways. It's kind of interesting that they give you a second path up. And blow up this. Yeah, I'm still very confused how you play this a second time. And if you play it the second time, are you starting with the score that you already had, and do you then have to grind? Or is there some other trick to it? Blow myself up instead of him. Yeah, I guess maybe there are little places where you can get more interactions, more fights. Maybe you have to really spend the effort to kill every single creature in a tomb. Camera is freaking out on me. Light every single one of these. Blow up every single little place.
The high road or the low road?
Until we reclaim Sobek's powers, we'll have to get used to the water.
So this was cross this without touching the water. Nope, screwed that up. Got to reset. Looks like there's a gem that you can collect too. Come on. Notice I have to jump off the ledge. That's a pretty typical issue in games where ledge detection is a little too good. And
The low road.
Until we reclaim Sobek's powers, we'll have to get used to the water.
health upgrade. Did it. Nice. So what was the other quest that we need? We need one more red skull, which we might have missed. We need a considerable amount of more points. We needed to finish this under 7 minutes, which that's not going to happen. And use a trap platform to dunk an enemy. And destroy the wall without grabbing the time bomb. Which I have an idea on that. And so I might be able to do that not only here, but in the previous location where it was questionable how that was going to happen. I think the trick is going to be to use just bombs to move a time bomb. To just blow it away. Be to a boss fight section. Maybe, maybe not. I kind of wish they had some music in this that was more in line with Indiana Jones-esque.
We can figure this out.
Like Indiana Jones-esque music. This isn't terrible music. Okay.
Let's try that again.
First, let's collect this. They want me to use this to flap it forward. So I'm going to do this and this. When it gets high, I gotta slow it down.
Right where we want it.
Okay. Now. There we go. That's good.
We have done it.
Destroy the wall without grabbing the time bomb. We did it. That feels rather satisfactory, a lot more than doing the mirror puzzle, because that felt like I was just trying some random combinations.
Wait, do you hear that?
Let's see if we can get an up-close look on Laura's outfit in that cutscene. Nope. I should be avoiding falling into spike traps. jumping and avoiding falling. Did I hit a checkpoint at least? I also feel like I'm very close to the gold collection. Oh man. It also feels like I'm losing maybe 1,000 points each time I die. That might make some sense. And so this is a different chase sequence than before. It's still pretty much the same thing, no? Man, I wish that duck sound would stop making sound. Well, let's grab it. Did we collect everything, or is there maybe something hidden in the foreground?
We have done it.
Those chase sequences. Okay, so look at her hair. Look at that slightly lower polygon. This really is the way to show off Lara Croft in the way she used to look. Maybe not even this much. Maybe you still use the same skin and face and just give her
let's make our way back to the shrine before we drown.
A different outfit. Because this is pretty ridiculous. Look at that hourglass figure that is inhumanly possible. Look at the low polygon face. This seems almost intentionally done bad to remind people that the graphics weren't so good in the original games. I don't think the original games ever had an hourglass figure that much. That extreme, and you can see like her abs painted on, and the details there would never be visible. Yeah, I would have much preferred if they'd just given her the light blue tank top and the outfit. It seems like her hot pants might be even smaller in this outfit. I do not like the way that looks. That being said, yeah, I was nowhere close to the gold challenge. There is also a element of once you're zoomed out, you can't see anyways. So we run this way, we get the piece, and now we got more of this. I think it's worth your time to collect all of this stuff. I'm thinking while I'm running around to see if these loot chests will line up or not. So I think I barely have 1,000, so it makes more sense to do this.
This should come in handy.
Croft, I bet you got all sorts of ancient artifacts at home. You don't need that one, do you?
One never knows, Carter. Why don't I hold on to this for now, just to be sure?
Hey. Let's see, I've only got like 50 gems. It feels like they've really worked to make it only pay you about 1,000 gems per level you do. So there is a way, certainly, that you could continue down the path and play the game multiple times and grind for more gems. Also, right now it seems like my explorer hasn't finished, so maybe there's some kind of system that would be introduced where extra gems would increase your score. Exploring the tomb of the lamplighter under the waterfall. We take the piece of Osiris in the oracle chamber. So let's see what we did. Yeah, it feels like the tomb of the lamplighter was there before, but there's now a new challenge room that may not have been exposed. When you look at the lower left hand corner and just the general left side of this map, there's not as many things, as many tombs, and in general that's a little confusing, although maybe not so confusing because this overworld map isn't that big. I'm a little... I wouldn't be 100% surprised if we leave this whole area and there's like a second overworld map. It feels like in Temple of Light that was the case, but I'm also wouldn't be surprised if that's not the case here. There's in this area in the overworld 4 more challenge tombs, which that seems to line up, and then a bunch of red skulls to collect in areas we haven't been. We've got, as far as new inventory items, we have this, which should be a power shot, fire projection, and fire bomb over treasure hunter, and I think I want treasure hunter more than anything else, as treasure is probably the equivalent of your experience in most games. This will be the Ice Climber Lara outfit from probably Rise of the Tomb Raiders is the right one to say there, because there really wasn't ice climbing in the first game that I can recall. We're just slowly getting through it all. I'm thinking about like the DLC in Temple of Light, where you were doing a lot of ball pushing puzzles and a lot more puzzles in general. We haven't gotten to that, and I'm hoping that there is sections like that. Maybe these puzzles are just better integrated, unlike the previous games, so there isn't an entire temple or tomb devoted to puzzles and only puzzles. That might be what's happening here, because I don't feel like I'm having too few. I also don't feel like I'm running into too many enemies. In the first game it felt like there were sections where we were doing boss fights and there was just enemies everywhere running at us. Maybe it will get to that point in the boss fight. Everything is kind of just going alright, but this game certainly is small, and in a weird way, if this was a first person single player game and the camera zoomed in way close over her shoulder for a third person perspective, I'd just be playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, but a arguably better version of Rise of the Tomb Raider, which has more tombs and more raiding. So yeah, it's kind of a shame that this is the side project and that the AAA game just gets turned more and more with every release into a first-person shooter that could star any generic person whatsoever. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.